Okay, so I've been having just deep dive connecting solo time here in this hot spring in Idaho. And it's so magical. It's so, like, I can't help but feel my spirit here. It's something about my biorhythms is just returning in these waters, and I feel almost like high without being high, but that's just life. That's just earth. That's just the biorhythm of the earth. Bringing in a lot of, like, my ideation in this space has been amazing. I'm just taking notes, I'm journaling, I'm feeling it all come through. And I had this thought, okay, I want to put this out there. Soul fam, I would like to, sometime in maybe March, I'm going to make the journey in March, I am heading back down to Sedona. And I wanted to ping everyone and just feel into who else is feeling like it's time for like a think tank, a channel tank, a heart tank, to really think through kind of like the roadmap for our soul fam in this time, and understand the roadmap of existing sort of soul tribes, families, nodes. I mean, everywhere from Ashland to Sedona to Seattle to Portland to, you know, the East Coast, Asheville, etc., in Texas, in Florida, in Ojai, and, you know, all over California. It would be so meaningful to get us together in a spot like this. Like, actually, what if we just all meet up here in Idaho? There's not really anyone here, or this whole place, there's like pools all over it. I'm the only one here right now. And I just think, and there's dozens of these. So is anyone down? Message me if you are. This could be like, I think it's good to do it while it's not the summer, because these places are, there's not a lot of people here. So we could have like a symposium in the hot springs, film the discussions, and, you know, even bring a little whiteboard here and be, you know, maybe like an iPad, and, you know, be able to actually co-create something that we walk away with like clarity on kind of like how each other sees the roadmap of this time into the regenaissance, the regenerative renaissance. So I'm calling you in. Who wants to meet up in the hot springs in March and spend maybe, I don't know, 3 to 4, maybe like 4 days, 5 days, and just like drop into a different hot springs every day, you know, and ideate together, and actually translate that into stuff that our whole soul fam can see and benefit from. Everything from, you know, platforms we need to build, like new social media platforms, new, you know, scalable like blockchain systems to enable co-purchasing of land, you know, and being able to democratize that. All the sourcing of, and you know, bioharmonic technology that is available now, that is affordable. How do we get like affordable leaping out of the matrix into heavenly realm at scale is the question. And so like, I just want to invite that. I'm here in this hot spring, just like super inspired by it, super just humbled to have this soul family around the world. And I feel just grateful for this time that is compressing us, that feels like fucking crazy sometimes. I'm going back to Seattle, and it's going to be locked down there. It's going to be Vax card to get into anything. It's going to be this whole system of, you know, I mean, it already was suppressive. It already was before 2020. You know, you think about the cities and how, and the kind of conditioning that we have there, and the 9 to 5, and the, you know, that high speed cycle that I've been in for 15 to 18 years. I don't know, more. I've been in it for a long time, just working, and the, you know, like in the suburban house thing, and shifting, and, you know, we shifted it into a whole intentional community. So we've had a few years of that, and it's been amazing. But it's ready to, like, it's time for the villages. It's time for these innovation maker villages. And it's, you know, we could just do something so new. Like, our generation's ready to do something new, but we have to come together and we have to like map it out. We can't, I want to do it here in a place like this, not over a Zoom call. So who else is into that? maybe we could start to plan something. And you know, keep it low key, high key, you know what I mean? Like not saying like a festival in the middle of these forests. I want to be respectful to the land here and not like overdo it, but it'd be really cool to bring an intentional group together in this place. I love you so much. I feel like I'm in heaven right now, and I'm really glad I'm getting alone time too. I haven't really done this because I love people so much. I love you all so much. It's hard to get myself alone, but it's been good being alone out here in nature, in these snowy mountains. So, all right, aloha, my blessed family. Aloha. Love you, cherish you, and thank you for all being such teachers to me. I feel like you're all teaching me. Being in Sedona and through California and Seattle and recently Utah, I was just like, I feel like all of you are angels and you're all teaching me. And we all have our shit. I have tons of it. That was one of the things I really reflected on last night. I was just like, dang, I'm seeing all the energetic realms where I still have so much work to do. So thank you for all holding space for my transformation. I will always hold space for yours. And, you know, we can hold each other's complexity as individual spirits. I know we can. And forgive each other for, having these imperfections that trigger us, like that trigger me or trigger you. Like we have something so much bigger than our human stories happening here. And it's time to come together. It is so freaking time. And it's time to be bold with it. And that's going to mean also like holding space and knowing how to be in harmony with others. We've all been doing that inner work. Now it's time to bring it into collaborative environments, I feel. And for those who are also feeling that, I'm so ready to meet you. If I don't know you already, forward this to someone. If you see someone in the sort of like space of healing arts, in natural building, or they're just called to work with fundraising, or people that came from the startup world like me before. I'd love to meet other just visionary thinkers. Let's get together in the Hotsprings and let's like really figure out how we be our best selves right now in a world that really does need our help right now. So it's time to stand up. And I want to mention other sectors and fields like we had at the manifestation gathering in Sedona, the guilds, right? Like the sacred commerce, natural building, permaculture, blockchain tech, like basically artificial intelligence, machine learning, just like and new divine healing arts plus medicine, kind of like next level, just creating grid. And when we think about built environment, how do we create grids there that and use actual like new, there's so much efficacy actually in this new healing tech. And seeing it in Sedona, all these like chambers that are like healing people, transforming their cellular. I started to go down that path, and I'm like, I don't know enough to be able to speak intelligibly about it, but I do see the impact, and I see healthy people in a world that is mostly full of a lot of sick or fearful people. So more of that would be good to include, and also just the things I can't think of right now. I think we had 8 guilds at the manifestation gatherings in Sedona that like broke into different core areas of mapping solutions, so I'm open to whatever people. It's mainly that vision of just coming together in a collaborative space to design a roadmap or several possible roadmaps to creating this network of eco villages that are not just there to be lived in, but they're there as Jedi strongholds, Avatar strongholds, where we are able to fast track visionary new ways of life for the whole world, living the blueprint, and resonating, disseminating the blueprint through conscious new media. If you're down to come together, I would like to film this. And everyone would receive a copy and do everything that they want with it. I think that there could be so much power in collaboration. Okay, I feel like I'm doing that thing where I talk about something more than I need to. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited. And I'm really excited to, most of all, to just connect on a heart level. And really connect with my brothers and sisters. And to hold that energetic tone of family together. Many of you maybe have been dispersed during the pandemic and lockdowns. Like, it's time to come together in family. So, offering that vision, and I could use some help organizing such a thing. I know I sometimes fall through on those things, so I want to lean into, follow through. It's a time for follow through. And it's pushing me on all cylinders, and probably you too. Like, we gotta get through the murk of just being in the cities and the cooped up houses and people in mass, and not seeing or feeling people, not having that nourishment, that soul nourishment. Our souls thrive on that nourishment. So here I go again talking more, so I'm gonna stop. Thank you for your compassion. Love you. Love you so much. Love you, soul fam. Oh, beautiful world. I love you too.